1,400 people killed in May in Iraq, 1,300 died in March, and more than 1,000 in January.
Today, they confirmed that a journalist has been taken hostage in Iraq. To date, 40 people from 12 nations are being held hostage there. A spokesperson for the U.S.-installed governing coalition said the FBI is now working to find the hostage takers and the hostages.
Nobody engages within that. If you're going to engage within 30 feet, use your secondary, which is your sidearm if you have them. If not, if you run up on somebody and you guys both have your guns up on each other, like me and Tim, run up on each other like that, either you guys will call each other out or parlay and walk off in a different direction and re-engage. When you're out on the field, don't take your eye protection off unless you tell somebody that you're fogging up or you're going to clean out your goggles. That way you don't get shot in the eye. Either find some cover or have a battle buddy, cover you up so that you can clean your goggles and put them on. When we step off into the AO, goggles on, safety's off. When you step into the staging area, safety's on, mag's out. Okay, notice everybody does not have a mag in their guns. Clear your weapon for any accidental discharges. Other than that, it might be warm out here, so make sure you guys keep hydrated or keep some fluids in your system so you guys don't dehydrate and fall over. There might be rattlesnakes. I doubt we haven't seen any, but if you guys encounter them,
there is. Big egg rock. Snakehead rock over there, the big rock that's behind that. Little sucker was sitting right in the middle and he snapped at me.
Okay, if you guys see a rattlesnake, just let me know. I'll kill it and I'm going to cook it for dinner. I ate one before, so just let me know. It tastes like chicken for real. So be aware of your surroundings.
This is real life.
What else?
Real life.
Go for salt. One more thing, if you guys are out there, when you guys are engaging, go for center mass, meaning the body, not the head. If the head is the only thing you can take, just do a couple shots. Don't go full out on the head because that guy's not gonna be a happy camper when he comes back with all these red marks all over his face. So try to aim for the body or their packs, but try to keep the head as your last resort.
No hosing.
We have a no hosing rule unless you have a squad automatic, meaning 1 second burst only, no full auto on the regular assault rifles.
Shoot 1 second burst. The reason for that is that if someone's calling hit over the sound of the mech box, if you're sitting there pulling the trigger for long lengths of time, you're not going to hear them calling hit. So 1 second burst, that way you can actually hear them calling hit. For today's op, I'm gonna roll out Desert, ACUs, and the embedded journalists first. Woodland, since you guys have some good numbers on your side today, today's op is there's an embedded journalist. Actually, there's 2 of them. They're roaming around taking photos. Your objective is to capture them and bring them back to this side to flag number 8, which is over there on the rock face. So that is kind of your start point, if you will. Desert is being tasked with rescuing them and extracting them to flag 9, which is unknown, but to a couple people at this point. So the fallback for that is flag 9. All the other flags, 2 through 7, or in your guys' case, really 2 through 8, are open territory to use as regens. We're not using medic rules today. If you are hit, you will stay in place for a minute unless someone can get to you and pull you out, in which case you both fall back to a flag. But in either case, the regen flags are neutral for both sides to use. There is no flag under fire rule today. In other words, if there's people around there, you can still regen at it and go back into gameplay, but for everybody, you need to fall out 100 feet the opposite direction of the flag to which you are traveling in. So if you came from the hill and you hit the flag, you're going to fall out 100 feet this direction and then re-engage. So that way it kind of keeps the flag area free and clear for the most part. So everybody can use any of the flags out there with the exception of desert can't use 8 because that is their extraction zone or their home base for woodland.
So opposing forces are going to be regenning at the same flag.
Absolutely.
But not killing each other unless they're...
That's the reason for people falling out opposite directions. So that way you can kind of re-engage. And it's just kind of, for me, it's a common sense thing. You know, if you've got two opposing forces that are tagging the same flag, you're not going to sit there and follow, okay, you know, like this as you're walking away from the flag. You know, just move out and re-engage because I think tactically the best idea is to try and reconnect with your squad. Today, Desert will be using Channel 3. Woodland can use anything else. Game Control, if you need anything, will be 8. For clarification on rules. You know, hosing, parlay, grenades. Anybody have grenades today?
I do.
Anybody else have grenades today? Yeah, if we only got one person, it's not really worth it. So, no grenades today, so you don't have to worry about grenade rules. No claymores or mines out here today. It's mainly going to be a lot of just moving around, force on force, and trying to achieve the objective of capturing the journalists. 2 journalists. 1, and then the others to be revealed very soon.
And how do we capture them? We got to get certain business.
Now you know. On the run. That must be you.
You have a radio? Use that. Still trying to decide on it.
I'm trying to decide on mine too.
I think you should be a journalist.
It looks more
What do you
desert.
think? Oh, up on the front.
Just hit the enemy with that.
Okay, so once again, quick reminder for regen, the flags are neutral, so the goal is to not capture the flags, not to hold the flags, because they're there simply for regen purposes. So if you're hit, stay in place for a minute, then fall out to a flag. The reason for that is if the journalists are hit, they have to wait for a minute before they can move. The journalists have to fall out 300 feet. They don't have to go to a flag. They have to fall out 300 feet the opposite direction. So if you hit a journalist, get to them as quickly as you can because you have 1 minute to actually get to them to secure them. You do not need to search them. They will not fight you. So I'll make that part clear. Yeah.
So they'll be defended by desert.
They'll be once desert gets to them. They're being loaded out first and then followed by ACUs.
So we have to eliminate all the desert in the area after?
Yeah.
And then how close do we have to be to them to capture them?
Well, you have to actually
500
just
feet away, I can't say
you have to
capture.
get to them, grab them, and pull them out.
Who are you?
There's one, and then the other one is to be determined, but it won't be hard for you to figure out.
They're unarmed.
I already got the other one. So, ACUs. ACUs.
It's enough.
You guys, pump out that way. You guys are starting.
Yeah.
Take Halo with you.